We are live. Hello, everyone, everybody. Thank you for always being here. Happy Thursday. Yeah, happy Thursday. It's a beautiful weather here in the UK. It's warm, but we thank God. Thank you for always being there. Please help us to show love and share to some other people that might be interested in this event we're having today. Thank you, my business partners, Margaret, Sam. Thank you for coming to join us this evening. So before we start, we are going to introduce ourselves. My name is Billy. I live in the UK. I'm a mom, a registered nurse. I'm originally from Nigeria by that, but I'm in the UK by choice. So I'm a very proud digital business owner. Stay tuned. So Margaret, please introduce yourself.
Hello, everybody. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you're watching us from. I would want to say welcome. Yes, so my name is Margaret Sunuga. I'm a social worker by profession, a mother of four, a business owner, an online digital owner, now based in the UK, originally from Zimbabwe. Hope you're gonna enjoy our topic today. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll pass you over to Billy.
Thank you, sis. Sister Sam, please introduce yourself.
Hi, thank you, Sister Billy. Hi, good evening, good morning, good afternoon. My name is Sam. I'm mom of three, registered nurse, originally from Uganda, and now live in the UK, and now a proud online business owner. Thank you.
Thank you, sis. Thank you. So this evening we are talking about mindset. We know mindset can be either positive or negative. But the positive one is to help us to grow, is to help us to better our life, is to enable us to improve in whatever we do in life. But on the other hand, negative mindset is not good because that is when we are negative about what we do. That is when we procrastinate. That is when we are fear, we are afraid of open to new opportunities. That is when we are afraid of having anything to do apart just we just believe that working 9 to 5, out working hours is the best. So today we are just going to talk about what does it mean to have a positive mindset. What does it mean to you? It can mean different things to other people. For me, having a positive mindset is very vital in anything we do in life. If we are aiming to for growth, if our dream is big, then our mindset must be positive. Because if it's not positive, then that dream is just mere mere dream. We're just dreaming. Sometimes we need to be honest with ourselves. We need to be, even when we are dreaming, we should be honest. We should be, they always say reality. You know, we should be exact. I don't know how I can put it. We should be 100% sure that this thing I really mean, I need it. And when you need something, are you supposed to do? You have to work towards achieving it. You can't say because I've dreamed that I'm going to be big in life, then I'm not going to work. Then someone told me that I'm a glorious child, then I'm not going to work. No, you have to work even if someone tell you you are a glorious child. you are going to be rich in life, you are going to be okay, you are going to have multiple children. There is a certain action you need to take. It will never come automatic. You have to do something to achieve it. So that is what we are discussing this evening. Sister Margaret, do you what is positive mindset mean to you?
Okay. Thank you so much, Sister Billy, um, for our listeners out there. This is a very a diverse, like topic, really. It depends on what you are doing, for that kind of mindset, for that positive mindset. For myself, a positive mindset is about, it's about really taking risks in whatever you do. We always take risks. Obviously, you can have setbacks, even having that positive mindset, and that those setbacks doesn't mean that you are a failure. You pick yourself up and continue. you know it's about recognizing what exactly uh, is the goal that you want to achieve, and you work on that goal. Also, it's about building skills. It's about learning new skills. I mean, on this online digital business, most of us here came without any knowledge of knowing how to um, go online, or maybe making videos or anything like that. But because of that mindset that we had, we went and did whatever we needed to do so that we can reach our goals. So basically, it's just about having that a mindset of saying, you know what, I can actually do this, no matter what obstacles they are there. you know just put yourself there, put yourself out there, take risks. You're allowed to take risks, and with risk also you're allowed to fall, and then you pick it up. I mean, when you start a business, obviously you have to put a lot of effort into that business to make it work. So that mindset of you saying that, I'm doing this is for me and the future of my family. Let me put that effort so that I can harvest at the end of the day. It's just like somebody who goes out and plow some maize in the field. You put seeds on the ground. For those seeds to grow, you need to water them. You water them almost every time, or maybe twice a day, so that those seeds will grow. So with us here as on online digital business, we are still seeds. We are still learning, and we're still growing. And we have to put more effort in whatever we do, be consistent in whatever we do, so that we can harvest at the end of that of that thing that we put ourselves into doing. Water ourselves, you know make sure that we are under the sun so that we can grow. For us, we have to be consistent is the most important thing. Showing up, learning from others. We don't work alone in this business. We've got other people that have been in this business for a long time. Those are the people that we come to for advice, or I mean, obviously, when we start the ads and everything like that, for us, for personally myself, it was very difficult for me to record a video. It took me ages until I can actually say, okay, I think I've actually, I've actually improved from the time I started. Now I'm not even shying. I can sit down and just record a video, and it comes to be a nice video. At times it becomes even more than what I would have expected. So it's about showing up, putting more effort, asking from those that are ahead of us, getting advice. We've got mentors that are here to support. Everything that we do is about having that mindset that we can actually do it. And if we have that mindset that we can actually do it, we are going to get through this. Thank you so much, Coach Billy. I hope everybody enjoyed the contribution that I've just made.
Thank you, sis. You've said it all. I have 2 points for people to take home this evening. You mentioned about taking risk. It is very important because in life that you must be able to take risk. If you are, for example, if you are working for someone, let's say you are you are working for someone as a secretary, that person, the owner of that business, might have taken certain risk for them to be where they are today. So if you don't want to take risks, then you're going to get stuck because you'll be always scared of taking risks. If you're always afraid of taking risks, then believe me, there's no growth. You are not going to get to anywhere. You're just going to see yourself, repeating the same routine. If you're working for someone, that is how you just continue in that line. But if you are bold enough to take risks, that means you are open to learn to new opportunities. You are open to know what is happening there. You are curious to know what is happening there. Nowadays, you can see a lot of people online, female, male. What are they doing there? If nothing is there, ask yourself, what are they doing? If nothing is there, why many people are doing it? So, and you also mentioned that you need to be consistent. You use plants, sowing seed as an example. If you sow a seed and you don't water it, how do you expect it to grow? So when you are doing something, first you need to believe in yourself. You need to have that determination that you are in that journey and you are going to succeed. If you have that spirit, believe me, you will get it. For you to get it, that is why you need to believe in yourself. Because if you don't believe in yourself, for example, you plant a seed now and you are already thinking in your mind that it will never grow. So if you are already having that mind, then you are not going to be watering it, and then the seed will never grow. But if you believe that this seed I have planted, by next month it's going to start, it's going to grow, then within certain maybe few weeks, few months, you are going to harvest. So that is the spirit. Then having that in your mind will motivate you to water it. When you water it, slowly you see it growing. And it will get to the time of harvesting. So that's a good example, sis. Thank you so much for that contribution. I appreciate. Sister Sam, what is positive mindset? What does it mean to you?
So positive mindset. Thank you, Sister Billy, for that question. a positive mindset. So positive mindset is not only all about happy thoughts, it's about thinking constructively and how you could do things. Also, it's about being realistic. You know, if things sometimes don't go well, you can only pick up yourself and think things can improve. Also, positive mindset is about looking for opportunities. You know, when they're difficult, it's about having that kind of thinking that things can only get better or improve. You know, also you need to take control of things you could do. Start small, and then start small daily, being consistent, and also improving as time goes along, because the having goals, smart goals, and starting daily, for example, we're new in this digital business, but to be able to see results, you have to be present. You have to post 3 times a day. You have to be disciplined and show up and do your learning and all that kind of thing. That's positive mindset. But also, I think being with people that can motivate you and energize you and say good things about what we're doing. That is the mindset that people need. You don't need to be around people who are very negative all the time, who are skeptical. You need to kind of give each other kind of those kind of affirmations. I can do it. You need to always say, I could do it. And also you need to be kind to yourself as well. If things don't go the right way, don't be negative and say, oh, I knew it, I couldn't do it. You can only learn from, when something is difficult, challenging, that is something to think about, or pause and improve, or think about, or go back to the drawing board and say, actually, this is what I did. Let me stop and start again, and maybe think of a different way of approaching that problem or challenge. Also, being focused, because in this online business we're doing, it's easy to be be derailed, or hearing people saying, oh, I don't think this can happen, or you can never do it, and all that, the rest of it. You need to be with people that are motivating, be with people that can encourage you, be with people that are risk takers, because in every business or in anything we do, you need to be able to take some risks, and but also when you take risks, at times things improve, and as we said, we're not in it on our own. There's a step-by-step guide that we could look at. We have mentors, we have coaches as well. And, together we can all be stronger in this. So having that community, rich community where everybody's willing to share and tell you how they made it, that's very positive. You could see real results, evidence of how people started, whether you are on, face advertising, or, your faceless advertising, as long as we have the right steps, we have the right training, all those kind of things lead to a positive mindset. But also, here we are, we are live, we are real, we're talking to the world. Whoever is maybe seeing us and interested in some of our live discussions that we have every Thursday, and would like to join the debate, so we are trying to plant a seed, as our colleague said, Margaret, and slowly by slowly it will grow, and it will yield into reward in big rewards. So thank you so much, Sister Billy. Over to you.
So, yeah. Thank you so much, Sister Sam. You make a good point. You said we need to focus. Being focused is very important for whoever wants to develop, whoever wants to succeed in life. And you also say that even if we face challenges, we should be kind to ourselves. That is very important. While we are carrying on with our activities, our businesses, we still need to look after ourselves. Don't compete with others. Focus. Run your race. Don't compete with anybody, because at the end of the day, people's stories is not always the same. Some people have strategy, they go faster. Some people go slower. Some people just go slowly, gradually. So don't compete. Just see yourself as a winner. See yourself as a winner. Even if you're doing it, it's still not working, don't be kind to yourself. Don't start thinking you can't do it. You can do it. That positive mindset is very important, because if you really believe in yourself, look at other people doing it. Do they have two heads? No. What are they using? System. Is it different to the system you are using? No. We are all using the same system. All you need is, even if you're doing something and it's not working, go back, reflect, look at what you are doing, see how you can, change the way you are doing it, change it, seek for advice. That is the reason why we have mentors and we have coach. Talk to them. Go find accountability. Seek advice. What are you doing? Why are you making it? What am I doing wrong? Seek for advice. People will always be there to support you. And it is very important we reflect at the end of every day, before you go to bed. Reflect. Ask yourself, what have you done? What meaningful activities have you done today? What have you done about your business? Even if you don't go live, have you posted something about your business? Have you done something that will improve your business, that will show your, how do Facebook call it, that will show you to other people? Have you done something? Because there's no miracle. There's miracle, there is miracle, but at the end of the day, you still need to work for that miracle to happen. You cannot see it. Even if you are praying to God for God to help you, bless your business, and you are sitting down, you are not doing anything. You expect miracle to happen. No, it's not done that way. God will help those who help themselves. If you help yourself, God will see your effort and He will bless it. So that is all we have to share this evening. All our viewers, if you are out there and you are looking for a side hustle, a business that will give you time, quality time to spend with your family, a business that will not ask you for any space. You don't need to get any employee. You don't need any, you are not selling any product. We talked about the system earlier. The system is doing all that for you. The system is doing the posting, heavy lifting, it's already structured, Yours is just plugged to the system. Sister Margaret mentioned, plug to the system, be consistent. As long as you can do those two things, and believing in yourself. Work with like-minded people. Your business will you will see the results. So come and check it out. We have a webinar tonight, another webinar where you are going to hear more about the system we use. And you are also going to hear people's testimonies, they are there. Every week we have new people coming. So, and this is one of the testimonies some people give, because they doubt this business. They think it's not legitimate. They think, oh, this business is scam. But by the time they watch about 5 webinars, they keep seeing new faces. They keep seeing new people. They keep seeing new professionals, different professionals are in this business. And at the end of the day, you have nothing. You will actually benefit more than you are putting. So, and Sister Margaret talks about building. When you become a business owner, you start building long time benefit for your generations to come. So, do you want to be a blessing to your generation? I want to be. So, if you want to be, come and join us tonight to learn more. So, thank you, everyone. So, hope to see you next week again. Have a lovely evening. God bless. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone. Bye, everyone.